Hey guys, so today we are going to be talking about central idea. If you didn't, go ahead and watch that vocabulary video. It says main idea, but main idea and central idea are pretty much the same thing. It's what the text is mostly about. And so today we are going to be looking at the pictures. We're going to be looking at the headings. We're going to looking at the repeated words, the things that's in the text to help us figure out what it's mostly about. So what I am going to do is I am going to go ahead and read how did your tomatoes get in your lunchbox? I also read this yesterday. I'm going to read it again just so you see the question that we are answering. And you also have to put this as an answer. So you're about to get some free points. Make sure that you go ahead and mark the right answer when I'm done. The question is the section title, How Did Your Tomatoes Get Into Your Lunchbox, is mainly about how tomatoes are grown and rich, importance of using a plastic tunnel, process tomatoes go through before you can buy them in stores and eat, or process tomatoes go through to make new tomatoes each year. So let's go ahead and read and find out our answer. First of all, when I'm trying to find the central idea, I look at my heading. And obviously, there's my heading right there. How did your tomatoes get into your lunchbox? So right now, I already know I am going to read about tomatoes and how they got into my lunchbox. Because, obviously, maybe put tomatoes, put it in your lunchbox, but it's a process that happens before that. So let's go ahead and read about it. It says, last summer, your tomatoes were growing in a big plastic tunnel full of tomato plants. The sun and the warmth made the plants grow tall and bloom with yellow flowers. As each flower died, a tiny green tomato fruit began to grow from its middle. So right now, I'm just like, okay, they did not get into my lunchbox yet. Right now, they're just growing. Then I keep going, and it says, day by day, the plants sucked up water and tomatoes swelled from green to orange to red. So first my tomatoes started off green, they became orange, then they became red. When bunches of ripe scarlet tomatoes dangled from the branches, the grower picked them, sorted them, packed them, and sent them to the store. So before they even get to the store, they have to pick which ones are good, then they have to sort through them, pack them, and then send them to the store. So right there, that is when I can finally buy my tomatoes. And then paragraph 17, pop one into my mouth and squish the sweet sour juice out. That is how those tomatoes get into my lunchbox. So not just me getting them from the store and putting them, but it's a process all the way before. So I go to my answer choices. And it says, is it mainly about how tomatoes are grown and rich? It does let me know how they are grown, how they grow them, but they also let me know about the grower picking them, sorting them, packing them going to the store, me eating them. So it's much more than just the growth. So I'm gonna cross this one out because it does not talk about just the growth. You know how to think about that heading. Right? That heading was saying, how did the tomatoes get into your lunchbox? It says, importance of using a plastic tunnel. Number one, we seen plastic tunnel one time in the text, and this is about tomatoes, not a plastic tunnel. So that one goes out. C says, processed tomatoes go through before you can buy them in stores and eat. Yes, possible answer because it does tell us about the process the tomatoes go through. It lets us know what it can go through before we can get them at the store, before we can eat them. I don't see anything wrong with that one yet. So I'm gonna just keep a question mark because I still have to read 4. D. Processed tomatoes go through to make new tomatoes each year. So it does tell me about the processed tomatoes go through, but not so that they can make new tomatoes. It's like that's not the reason why they told us the process that they went through. They letting us know the process so we can know how they get into our lunchbox. And we get them in our lunchbox so that we can get them we get them in our lunchbox by buying them from the store and we can eat them. So C is my answer.